Hard to believe that it's already June 1st. We're halfway through 2015. It's also what we call the meteorological start to summer, and it's the beginning of the 2015 Atlantic Basin hurricane season. Basically the Atlantic Ocean's hurricane season. And as we take a look at our list of names for 2015, we've already seen Anna. That happened a couple of weeks ago in May, an early start to the season. The next name would be Bill. And should we have an active season and go through all these names, much like what happened in 2005, which was the year that Hurricane Katrina hit the Gulf Coast region, well, then we go to the Greek alphabet. But as far as the forecast is concerned, we're not expecting that. Only 6 to 11 named storms, with 3 to 6 of those reaching hurricane strength, and anywhere from none of those to 2 of those reaching intense status, meaning Cat 4, Cat 3, or Cat 5. So something we'll continue to keep a watchful eye on. Where most of these develop this time of year, the Gulf of Mexico, typically the warmest waters for this time of year. Also the Western Caribbean, that's where we see the most activity, should we see any, for the month of June, and even up towards the Bahamas. You need waters around 80 degrees or higher, and these are the warmest waters. But that will change as we roll through the season. In fact, the further into the season you go, the higher the chances for development, especially in August and September, when the Atlantic Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico have really had time to heat up in the Northern Hemisphere's summer months. The peak day would be September 10th. Now, as far as the hurricane formation is concerned, how does all of this happen? Well, much like a typical thunderstorm, you've got that unstable air when temperatures, they cool as you get that moisture to come off of the ocean. You get this convection or thunderstorm development, these clouds that start to form anywhere from 15,000 feet and maybe even a little higher for that continuous thunderstorm activity. And then you start to get some winds, but you can't have a significant change the higher you go with these winds, or else it'll cause the storm to break apart. And as far as the ocean temperatures go, like I mentioned, it has to be around 80 degrees to supply that energy. Think about the fuel you put in your car for it to go. Same thing with these storms. That's the gasoline. That's the fuel. It needs to be around 80 degrees. When you get circulation with winds of 38 miles per hour or less, you're at a tropical depression. Then once we get some organized storm activity where those winds are between 39 and 73 miles per hour, well, we're at tropical storm status, and the next category, of course, being a hurricane, and that's when we have winds of 74 miles per hour or higher. Now, while things are quiet for now in the Atlantic Basin as far as hurricane activity goes, that could very easily change. Of course, the Skywatch weather team will keep a watchful eye from now all the way through November 30th. That's when the end of hurricane season is. And you can always keep tabs by heading to our website, WACH.com. On the weather page, we have a special section labeled Tropics Watch. It's one way that you can always stay ahead of the storm.